to no one's surprise, Vairina Overdress saw an amazing jump in competitive viability with the support of Set 2, which features cards that extend your battle phase to have 7 attacks to defeat your opponent. Hey, what's going on YouTube? Winning Image here, out to bring you guys an intro to Set 2 Vairina. This is a deck that I was looking forward to out of a brush with the legends, so I wanted to give you guys my thoughts after having some time to read the cards and understand the deck's winning image. So if you're excited to learn what makes this deck legit, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the Winning Image YouTube channel, and comment your thoughts on where you think this deck places in the meta. With all that out of the way, let's take a look at the 3 main cards because the text don't lie. Vairina Erger is the boss man himself, which when you read his skill for the first time, you get to see how it elevates this deck to new heights. With its skill to overdress as stand at the end of the battle that your Trickstar attacked a Vanguard, and gain power on top of it, it already has a lot of neat uses. It is able to come down in the middle of the battle phase and be able to hit unboosted because it gains 10k in the overdress state. Furthermore, with Nirvana's skill it becomes a 30k attacker or 40k on a Persona Ride turn, respectively. Now this is best used with Blaze Fist Monk Damari because of its skill to extend your battle phase. At the end of the battle that it attacked at the cost of a Counterblast and Soul Blast, it could pop one of your opponent's front row rearguards and call a grade 0 from your drop zone, which will always be Trickstar. When comboed with Vairina Erger, if you call Trickstar over this card, this can make 3 attacks with 1 column. But after seeing all this soul, you may be asking yourself, how do you maintain soul? Stealth Dragon Tagichiroshi has you covered. It has a simple yet powerful effect for this deck because during your turn, when you discard it, you may send it to your soul. Whether it be for your Ride deck or Nirvana's first skill to call a grade 0, you get another card in soul, which can be used as a resource to keep using your effects. Now that we've gone over the main additions, here is a 7 attack combo that I speak so highly of. Obviously, to ensure this combo is optimized, we are going to start with a Persona Ride turn. This combo requires 6 soul, 2 Trickstars, 2 Erger, and 2 Damari in order to pull off, and here's how it works. You're going to start with attacking your first Damari, as you can see the power counter and attack counter in the top right. Then use its skill to call Trickstar over it, then attack with your second Damari, and then you will use its skill to call your second Trickstar over it. Then, you attack with your Trickstar, and then use your Vairina Erger skill in your hand to overdress on top of it because it has to trigger after it attacks a Vanguard. And then you attack with your other Trickstar column. This is where I put Renu in the deck still because it could hit 23k with the Trickstar on a Persona Ride turn, which is really nice. So that way we're able to still make some pressure and push some more damage. And then use the second Elgar in your turn. Then, with all this out of the way, you then attack with your Nirvana Vanguard, use its skill to power up, and then you'll swing with your Elgar standing 1 for your 6th attack, and then your second Elgar standing for your 7th attack. What a play! Now that we've gone over the combo, let's get into the deck profile that I wanted to try out for this build. You'll notice that there's a lot of focus on that combo. So obviously we have our 4 copies of Nirvana and 4 copies of Damari. Then, heading into our grade 2s, we have 4 copies of Vairina Arcs to draw your cards and see your combo pieces, and then 4 copies of Vairina Erger to restand and essentially make our whole play go. And then we have our Blaze Maiden Ryu, which of course is for our Ride deck, the 1 Vairina which we could search off on our on Ride should we need it, and it's honestly just a brick at this point because Spot Retire isn't really the name of this deck, or at least in my initial thoughts. And then we have one of the New Order. I like this card a lot, being able to discard an Overdress and draw 2 cards. It could be used with Vairina, and that's honestly why he's still in the deck. But I don't like the fact that it's locked behind a grade 3, just because this deck kind of suffers from not having as much of an early game as you would think. So that's why I'm only playing it at 1. Then we have 4 of our Soul Charge grade 1 Dragon Boy, 2 copies of Renu, remember 1 for our Ride deck and then 1 in the main deck. I play this over Murin because Murin is a 6k, and I still want the 8k and 10k because it gains 2k when it attacks to be able to rush and make numbers. And then we have 4 copies of our Perfect Guard Twin Buckler Dragon, and then none other than 4 copies of Trickstar himself. Heading on to our trigger limit, we have 4 heal, 4 crit, 1 over trigger, 4 more crit, and 3 front. The new front is really good, just because you want to be able to have more shield value to be able to survive and get off your main plays. I think this is more beneficial in a draw because you already have Vairina Arcs in your deck to help you see some of your pieces. And then, so that's So that's an 8-3-1-4 kind of trigger lineup. And then our starter is Sunrise Egg. I play this over Trickstar as a starter, though Trickstar could be better, still gotta test that. It's because if you draw a card, I think that's a lot more beneficial because you get another chance to see another one of your combo pieces which is in your main deck. So yeah. I hope you all enjoyed kind of this mini breakdown over set 2 Vairina. I'm so pumped to play this deck and can't wait for the end of this month in order to start playing. I hope this deck gave you a nice starting point, and I can't wait to see how this deck does in the meta. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.
Baby, you know you love finding me. Come take your time with me.